What's going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, here to bring to you my Week 3 analysis and takeaways video for this game for UConn versus Michigan. Uh, not a whole lot to analyze, to be honest with you. 59 to nothing. Easily could have been more than that, but it's one of these games where, funny enough, even though the score is 59 to 0, it almost felt as though we didn't even do a whole lot for the game. I know that sounds crazy, but a whole lot of short fields and certain mistakes made by UConn allowed us to capitalize on short fields, as I mentioned, and easy scores. So I'm going to just briefly go through each of the position groups. Not a whole lot to analyze in a game like this, but we'll start on offense. Offense as a whole was pretty decent. Like I said, not a whole lot actually got done on offense. To be honest with you, we rushed for 6 touchdowns, stuff like that, but we didn't really have to drive the ball. It wasn't any really huge, large explosive plays. No real downfield throws or anything like that. No trick plays or anything like that. For the most part, JJ's throws were, short screens, short to intermediate passes. No big play, to be honest with you, but there was no need to. When you're always working with a short field, it's kind of hard to have a big explosive play when there's not a whole lot of field to work with. So, JJ, I think only really missed a couple of passes. One, he really tried to force it in there, which was kind of risky. One pass, Cornelius slipped, so he's only missed 4 passes all season, which is amazing. And could have had a couple of touchdowns, but just ended up getting where the receiver got stopped short of the goal line by 1 yard, which has kind of added to Blake's touchdown record. Congratulations to him for tying Hassan's game touchdown record with 5 in a game. A lot of those were gifted on the 1 yard line from passing plays, but it is what it is. So quarterback play, I'm going to give that an A. Pretty much everyone that went in there did their thing. The offensive line, this is one thing that I do have, which is a concern of mine. They're still not playing up to the standards that you would expect. Yes, they helped and contributed to 6 touchdown runs, but they gave up a couple, I'm going to say 1 sack, because the other one was really a covered sack where JJ was trying to make something happen, so I'm not going to blame that on them. But they did allow Cade to get killed again, and now Cade is injured. So I'm kind of concerned about that, because it means, now Cade is down and out, maybe out for a few weeks. Who's the backup quarterback? I don't think that's been established yet. So that's kind of my concern. If anything were to happen to JJ, who's going to step in to fill in his shoes? I really don't know. And I know there's a huge drop-off from JJ to the next guy once Cade is down. So I'm really worried about that. So many people wanted to see Cade out of there. Now that he's out of there and injured, now what? So that's a huge concern of mine. But all in all, the offensive line has given up sacks in all 3 games against lesser opponents. These are teams that, with the talent on our offensive line, and quote unquote them even being better than last year, these guys shouldn't even have been able to breathe on the quarterback this year. And yet against these teams that, let's face it, aren't able to do anything against us except when we put in our third string guys, are getting sacks on our first string offensive line. And that's really concerning, because what's going to happen when we actually face a defense that can actually stop us, or face a defense that can actually put up some resistance, that can consistently get pressure? What are we going to do if we're struggling against these sorry teams? So that's what I'm concerned about right now with our offense. So the offensive line, overall, I'm going to give them a B-. Like I said, allowed for us to get 6 rushing touchdowns, but gave up a sack, allowed Cade to get injured. And that just can't continue to happen. It's happening every single game. So, huge concern of mine. Running backs, obviously Blake, got his 5, so he did his thing. Concerned that, I see that CJ Stokes is kind of, solidified himself as the number 3 guy. So I guess that's not a concern right now, and probably not going to be for next week at all. But going forward, we're going to need all 3 running backs. So hopefully that won't be an issue going forward. But overall, they played well. Did get a few instances of tackle for loss, so that's a concern. But overall, they played well, so I'm going to give them a B+. Tight ends blocked well, caught a few catches, nothing special, so I'm going to give them a B. Wide receivers, kind of, got things spread out a little bit, but only had that 1 touchdown late, so I'm just going to give them a B as well. So, all in all, offensively, we played well. I mean, we put up 59 points. None of it was from the offense. So let me switch to the defense. Defense, once again, played really well. 3rd straight game that they didn't, in the first half, didn't give up a score, no points. Pitched a shutout this game, which is good. Didn't get any sacks, which is concerning. I'm not going to say they first forced a turnover. That was just, a bad exchange. But they at least did get the turnover out of it, so that's good. But overall, this game, the defense played really, really well. From what I saw, I think 24 yards passing all game for UConn, which is outrageous. I've never seen that before. They did rush for, I think, over 100 yards, but that's about it. So I don't even think they cracked 200 yards total offense. So it means the defense was doing their thing. I think they said that the starting running back was like either the lead rusher or second or third leading rusher in the whole country. No, it's only after 2 games, but still, to really shut him down was a testament to how well the defense played. The defensive line play was excellent, getting a lot of pressure, which led to a lot of errant throws and stuff like that. So I give them an A. Linebackers, shutting down the run game for the most part. So I'm going to give them an A as well. Secondary played really, really well. Like I said, I think only 24 passing yards for a whole entire game, so they get an A+. Just a great effort all around by the defense to pitch the shutout. And then special teams, A+. Block the punt, return a punt for a touchdown. Perfect in the kicking game. What more can you ask for from the special teams? So, all in all, we played really, really well. For the most part, JJ played well. It wasn't really too much for him to do. I would have liked to have seen him with a few more throws down the field, just to get that into his arsenal. But I guess if it's not needed, why do it? So on to the next game. You want to play the games and the teams in front of you. So we got Maryland next week. So it'll hopefully be a test to our defense. Probably not any test to our offense. But we are starting Big Ten play, so this is where the rubber meets the road. So we're going to see what our team is made of. Probably not against Maryland, but against Iowa, our offense will be put to the test. So, really interested to see what we do going forward. Hopefully we can just stay as injury-free as possible and just go through this schedule and just continue to dominate. So that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. How did you feel about today's game? Do you feel that we played up to standards, played below standards, or just right? Leave a like on the video. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate everyone who is subscribed and everyone that likes my videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And if you like my content and want to be a part of this community, definitely subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate everyone who has. Anyways, thank you for watching, and as always, go blue.